continue probability. Today's focus is simple probability and complements. And this definition of probability should look familiar: a ratio between the number of desired outcomes to the total possible outcomes, which is theoretical probability. So when I say simple probability, it is the same as theoretical probability. Simple probability is just the event of only one event occurring. So let's look at our first example. What is the probability of rolling an odd number on a fair-sided die? So our outcomes, and we list them out on a die, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the probability, our numerator, is the number of favorable outcomes. So we're looking for odd, the probability of an odd number. There are 1, 2, 3 odd numbers, and the total number of outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on a die. So 3, 6. So we do simplify all probability. So 3, 6 simplifies to 1 half. So the probability of rolling an odd number is 1 half. So we didn't specify whether fraction, decimal, or percent. If it doesn't specify, you can represent it in any form. I will mostly do 1 half. If it does specify percent, then please make sure you represent the probability as a percent. Now, complement of an event is the probability of the non-occurrence of a desired outcome, so something not happening. What is the probability of not rolling an odd number on a fair-sided die? The complement can be addressed by determining the probability of an event and subtracting the probability from 1. Okay, so we have 1 minus the probability of an odd number, which we found was 1 half. And so the probability of not rolling an odd number, 1 half minus 1, is 1 half. Okay, another way to do it, the outcomes of a simple event and its complement completes the sample space. So let's look and see what that means. So the probability of not rolling an odd number, so you can circle not odd numbers, which are even numbers. And we say that we have 3, the total number of outcomes is 6, which equals 1 half. So if you notice the probability of not, which is, the simple event, which is here, and we got, still not just a little bit more, which is 1 half. The probability of the complement, the simple event here, and its complement. And we saw that the complement was 1 half. And 1 half plus 1 half equals 1. So the sum of the simple event and your complement is always going to equal 1. Complementary events are 2 events in which either one or the other must happen, but they can't happen at the same time. So for a coin, can either land on heads, so the probability of this happening is there's 1 head out of 2 sides of a coin. The probability of not landing on heads, so the probability of that is there's 1 tail over 2, or you can take, that 1 minus 1 half, which is landing on heads. 1 minus the probability of landing on heads, which we found here, which we subtract, we get 1 half for the not. If you take the probability of each event above, we see again the sum of their probabilities will equal 1 or 100%. All right. So you have 3 problems I would like for you to try with your table group. If you could just edit your notes right here. and we are trying to find multiple of 3. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. You may want to go ahead and pause the video, answer these 3, and then you can check your answers. All right, what is the complement of rolling a multiple of 3 on a die? So the outcomes of a die are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And one way you can solve it is subtracting the probability, your multiple of 3, from 1. So multiples of 3 are 3 and 6. So that's 2 out of 6, and we subtract 1 minus 2, 6. That gives us 4, 6. Again, this fraction can be simplified, and you need to simplify, and that simplifies to 2 thirds. So this is the probability of, this is the complement of rolling a multiple of 3, or not rolling a multiple of 3. Another way you can do it is, what is the complement of rolling a multiple of 3? So we're looking for not, so you can circle ones that are not multiples of 3. And we see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers on the die that are not multiples of 3 out of 6. And again, make sure you simplify to 2 thirds. Number 2, there is a 90% chance it will rain. What is the probability it will not rain? So probability is out of 1 for 100% minus your 90% equals 10%. This is the probability it will not rain. Number 3, a fair die is tossed. What is the probability that it does not land on 4? Okay, before I look at my answer choices, let's go ahead and find the probability of not landing on 4 on a fair die. And a fair die just means there are 6 sides numbered 1 through 6. So not landing on 4, there are 5 numbers that are not 4 out of 6. So it would be 5, 6. So when I read, I'm saying, since the probability that the die lands on 4 is 1/6, so they are doing it this way. So they're doing 1 minus, find the probability of landing on 4, which is 1/6. So that looks correct. This looks correct. H and J are not correct. The probability of landing on 4 is 1/6 right here. And that would equal 5, 6. So I already wrote a subtraction problem. Notice in G that we're adding. So this is not going to be correct. We're not going to add. So our answer is F right here. This is a subtraction problem we wrote to find the complement. All right. So we're going to use your understanding of simple probability and complement to answer the questions below. Let's do number 4 together, and then yeah, we'll work on the rest. What is the probability of choosing a marble with stripes? So these are stripes, and you're also going to find what is the complement of choosing a marble with sparkles. So I know that the ones, these marbles are, they have sparkles. All right, so the probability of choosing a marble with stripes, how many are there of stripes? There are 1, 2, out of 3, 4, 5, 6. And please make sure you simplify. That would be 1/3. All right, and the next one we want the probability of not sparkles. Again, you have 2 options on how you want to solve this. So since these 3 are sparkles, we see that 1, 2, 3 are not sparkles. So 3 of them are not sparkles out of 6, and that simplifies to 1/2. All right, go ahead and work on numbers 5 through 10. You may want to pause the video and then press play to check your answers. All right, go ahead and check your answers for numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You may want to pause the video. Here's number 10. you were to describe what 2/3 represents in the situation. You'll find on Canvas, for today's activity, there is a game kit for you to practice. If you would like more practice, there is a worksheet also with the answer keys provided.